People don't understand how we
Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coins on my mind. My Coinbase the upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash raises ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on. What it do, y'all? Was good. We back. There we go. Y'all know it's a good day when D get fresh as hell for the live. It's a good
stupid. Stupid.
It's a good day. So yeah, y'all, we got a couple things to go over. We got to talk about CME Group. They had an infrastructure collapse earlier this morning about 3 a.m. They had some type of infrastructure, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. They had an infrastructure collapse. So we got to talk about what happened because it may be trying to move all this shit on chain. What you think, D?
I think so. I mean, it's about time. It's about time. They need to do something. They need to figure something out. Like y'all can't just be, man. People out here living crazy, fam. Living crazy. So they got to figure something out. What to do. I don't know what it is. Well, we know what it is. It's a rhetorical question. It's rhetorical.
Yeah.
Rhetorical
like I was just telling y'all over on TikTok. We got two options here. Either the people are gonna fight the good fight, and we're gonna, take measures into our own hands by not paying rent, not paying these mortgages, don't pay that electricity bill, don't pay that water bill. You know what I'm saying? All we need is about 30 to 40% of the public to get on board with that. We don't even need everybody to do it. 30 to 40% of y'all get on board to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all people that turn off electricity don't go to work for y'all that work for these electric companies. Y'all folks that work for the city that turn the water off, y'all don't go to work. That right there in itself would change everything. But if the people are not gonna fight the good fight, then it's time to move all this shit on the blockchain. And it's time for us to just get rich off of these investments that we've this calculated risk that all of us have taken. That's the two options here. Either we're gonna fight the good fight, or it's time for the move all this shit on chain, and it just is what it is. It's time to get paid. Point blank.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I'm ready to get this show on the road.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Either y'all gonna watch this shit happen and watch a good maybe 2 to 3% of Americans get very wealthy off of the situation. Or a lot of y'all gonna be hurting. That's why I said it's one of the two. Or you can invest and make sure you a part of that, 2-3% that's gonna get paid. But other than that, gang, good luck, best wishes, God bless you. Because that's just what it is, gang. That's just where we at with it. So I'm gonna start off really with this tweet from what's his name? Phil. He is the Easy A CEO. So do your homework on Easy A. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share this tweet real quick because it's honestly what he tweeted is what BlockNation has been saying for probably about a year now. Here we go. He said, "Be your own bank. This will be possible soon with XRP and RLUSD and on-chain credit, as well as investing and yield." We have been telling y'all this. This is why we keep telling y'all to get into DeFi. So I'm gonna just start off by just making sure y'all remember we're doing a DeFi class on Sunday. It's an intro to DeFi class. Y'all asked for this. Y'all wanted a live DeFi class. Y'all asked for it. So we're doing the class on Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this is one of the CEOs that's working at Easy A that is telling y'all, be your own bank. It is time to operate. Like when y'all see what's going on with this system, you know what I'm saying? Like this is insane. The markets are insane right now. I knew they said it would be some short-term pain, but this boy feeling the pain it hit different when you're feeling the pain. So yes, be your own bank. So yes, XRP, RUSD, everything is going. Listen, everything is moving into DeFi. You're going to hear a lot about DeFi next year. It is better to be ahead of the curve and already already in the know when it comes to DeFi, already knowing how to maneuver in that space, or at least having some sort of idea of what to do, because DeFi is going to be huge next year. DeFi, AI agents, you're going to hear a lot of that in 2026. So be ahead of the curve. That is how you get paid. That is how you set your family up for with passive income, and that's how you keep your wealth, by being ahead of the curve and being early, by being a pioneer to a new infrastructure, to a new space. That is how you get paid. So you get in that class. The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. It's in the bio over there on BlockNation, and my bio over here on TikTok. It's in the bio on YouTube. It's in the description. The intro to DeFi class. I keep telling you, it's going to be a live class. Cecil's very thorough. He goes through everything step by step, all the way to telling y'all to click on Google Chrome and go type in Coinbase. Like, that's how thorough he is. He starts from literally the beginning to tell you all what to do. So make sure you guys get in that intro to DeFi class. It's gonna be imperative. I'm telling you, it's gonna be your biggest regret. It's not getting in early, because those liquidity pools do fill up. There is not unlimited seats to get in these liquidity pools. You're gonna wish you were early. And I'm telling you, the institutions have arrived. You want to beat the institutions, because no one's gonna care. Even if you up 500K, nobody's gonna care about your little 500,000 when you got Bank of America and US Bank over here with 100 million. No one's gonna care about a few 100,000 you trying to get into with this pool. They're going to be priority. So the fact that you beat in the institutions, you want to make sure you beat the institutions. That's why it's imperative to get in now and not wait until next year when everyone's talking about it. So you want to be early. So make sure you get into that intro to DeFi class. It's going to be on Sunday. That's literally in 2 days. It's going to be on Sunday, 6 Eastern. Link in the bio. And you get a free month in the Patreon. You get a free month in the DeFi Patreon, so y'all can see what the Patreon is like. Y'all can take a look at the videos, everything that we've been doing in there for the past, 2 or 3 months since we started the Patreon. So you'll get a free month in the Patreon, so you can see what's going on in there. Just to give you kind of a little taste of what's going on. So we'll give y'all a month for free in that Patreon. So yeah, make sure y'all tap in, because I'm telling you, you want to be your own bank. This is going to be possible with XRP and RUSD. We got heavy XRP holders in the chat. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. If your plan was to sell your XRP, you already behind. You've already fucked this up. So yeah, please get it together, y'all. Get it together. Let's get in DeFi. Let's go ahead and start setting ourselves up to keep the wealth and not give it back.
Shout out to Divine over there on YouTube with the super chat. And shout out to Daniel with the super chat. Queen and D been saying, be your own bank, get this money on. Exactly.
Yeah, shout out to Daniel. Yeah, Daniel actually sent me that tweet this morning. So shout out to Daniel for sending that so that we could share that with y'all. So yeah, we're gonna talk about CME Group, because this happened this morning to me. This was the biggest news that happened today. I knew something was gonna happen on Thanksgiving or Black Friday. Something crazy that they're gonna sweep under the rug. I don't know why more people not talking about this. This was crazy. So we're talking about CME Group had a whole infrastructure collapse early this morning.
Damn, fam. And CME is one of the ones.
For sure.
What's going on over there?
Let's talk about it. So we're just gonna break down the article. This article's pretty long, so I'm just gonna break it down. So here's what happened. So around 3 a.m. GMT, I don't know what time zone that is. I don't keep up with time zones, y'all. But 3 a.m. GMT, the entire CME Group, which handles 90% of global derivatives trading, froze. I'm gonna say that again. At 3 a.m., the entire CME Group, which handles 90% of global derivatives trading, froze. So every major futures market stopped. So that was oil, gold, S&P 500, treasuries, FX futures, commodities, including palm oil in Malaysia. So the world's the world lost price discovery. So all because of cooling system failure in one data center in Aurora, Illinois. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Aurora, Aurora,
yep.
Illinois. Okay, so it was not a hack. It was not manipulation. So don't blame Donald Trump. I know that's what some of y'all was ready to do. It's Trump's fault. So it was not a hack, not manipulation, not HFT, just heat. So while one data center can freeze the whole world, so modern finance is centralized into a few giant data centers. So CME's entire matching engine sits in one building. It's called Cyrus One, or in Aurora, Illinois. I don't know if anyway, I can't say it. Anyway, so other countries, so U.S. equities is in New Jersey. London is what is this? Slow and Basildon, and then Singapore, Frankfurt, Tokyo, small centralized clusters. So this structure is fast and efficient, but fragile. So efficiency created a single point of failure. So when cooling failed, servers overheated in 10 to 15 minutes. Listen to this. I want y'all to hear what the fuck when cooling failed, servers overheated in 10 to 15 minutes. What? It is time to move everything on the blockchain. What are we talking about?
Need to turn the AC on. What's good? Somebody
a cooling failure failed, and the servers, it only took 10 to 15 minutes for these servers to overheat, and it shut down. It fucked the whole infrastructure up.
Listen, they in Illinois. It's cold over there. Somebody just need to open the window.
That shit fucked the entire infrastructure up. Do you understand that? One little thing, like they had an infrastructure collapse in 10 to 15 minutes over a cooling problem.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
At least that's what they're telling us.
Well, yeah, that's what they're telling us. So, but still, even with that's what they're telling us. That is crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. So how the failure happened? So these facilities use N+2 cooling redundancy, meaning even two backups failed. So it most likely caused a logic controller failure in the cooling system, possibly triggered by power fluctuations. Holiday staffing slowed the response. Yeah, they lying. Holiday staffing slowed the response. Servers throttled, then shut off to avoid melting silicone. So this was a physical failure, not a digital one. This was a physical failure, not a digital one. So they already, so listen, okay. So we see the plot here. They're showing y'all that it's fragile. This was a physical issue. This is why we need to move everything digitally and move everything on chain. They are setting the play up, y'all. They setting the play up.
So basically they saying somebody went up in there and fucked around and did some shit. And
I mean, they're exposing how fragile that is, because that means, like somebody said, pay your electric bill. If they don't pay the electric bill, they have a power outage, a power surge or something. That's how fragile the system is, that it could fuck the infrastructure up that fast. That is what they're saying. So they're showing y'all that this is very fragile, very fragile. They just setting the narrative up. These people are fucking hilarious. When you zoom out, you realize how much like the people that's in charge are fucking clowns. Because this is you got to be an idiot to fall for this shit. But the public going the public gonna take it with a grain of salt and like, oh, okay, that's what they said happens.
That's the public. Oh yeah. Shout out to Daniel with the super chat. Silver hit 54. It's at 56 right now. It's at 56.
Yeah. So okay. Shout out to Daniel for that. For the super chat. So it says, so into cooling redundancy. So a logic controller failure in the cooling system. Okay, so this was a physical failure, not a digital one. So the bigger problem, so we hit the thermodynamic ceiling. So data centers in 2025 are pushed to the limit. So AI servers use massive power. 100% of electrical input turns into heat. Older facilities like in Aurora, Illinois, weren't built for today's compute density. Illinois is already overloaded with data center expansion, including new AI builds. By 2030, data centers will use 945 TWh globally. The US alone will double to 426 TWh. So AI workloads equal half of all new energy demand. Data centers are literally running out of cooling and power capacity. This is what the author calls the thermodynamic ceiling. That is why that's the name of that's part of the article's title. When you go to the link. But so the market effects. So even though this happened during a low volume holiday, treasury liquidity broke down, futures or cash arbitrage stopped, equity price discovery vanished, commodities across Asia froze, crypto and ETFs became the only price signals still moving. They are sitting of the narrative. You have got to be an absolute complete dumbass if you ain't in crypto. If you ain't in crypto, you're an idiot. I'm gonna just straight up tell you, if you ain't in crypto, if you still sitting there believing that old tired ass wild west bullshit, you're an idiot. You don't read shit, you don't think for yourself, and you're dumb. I'm just gonna have to tell you straight up. I'm tired of being nice about it. You're dumb. I mean, they're setting up everything to move everything on blockchain, y'all. Everything.
That's most people out here.
Oh well, it is what it is. So, you're straight up. No, you don't yourself. You don't go read shit. You just go off hearsay. She say, I hate people like that. I hate this. You know, I hate that. People that just go off hearsay. Don't go read nothing for themselves. Don't go find out nothing. They just going off whatever the media telling them or whatever the vast majority is saying. Just a sheep mentality. You're just an idiot to me. So crypto and ETFs became the only price signals still moving. Silver became a conspiracy target, but CME halted everything, not just silver. Spot silver kept trading normally. No huge squeeze occurred. So this was not intentional, just infrastructure failure.
silver about to go to it's heading towards $100, yo. It's heading towards $100.
Should already be there, like you were saying earlier. It should already be there.
Yeah, we should already be there. Make sure y'all liking the live over there on YouTube, fam.
Yeah, make sure y'all like the live as y'all come in. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. So the real story. So decentralization proved its strength. So while CME went dark, blockchains did not. I'm gonna say this again. The real story here is decentralization proved its strength. While CME went dark, blockchains did not. Ethereum stayed online. Solana stayed online. Crypto derivatives venues kept trading. Tokenized assets kept moving. Everything decentralized stayed functional. A single data center failed. 1,000 node decentralized networks did not. This was an accidental stress test, and decentralized rails come out on top. They calling this an accidental stress test. They about to move everything on the blockchain. They about to move everything on the blockchain. If you ain't got no crypto, like I said, you're dumb. You're dumb as hell. Like, even if I don't even care. If you got Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana, and that's all you believe in because that's all they pushing, I give them people more credit than I give people who don't got none at all. Okay? You got to be a complete idiot not to have crypto right now. That is going to be your safe haven. If you ain't got crypto, you're slow. You don't read shit. You don't care about your finances. You don't care about your future nor your kids' future. You don't care about nothing. Like, you don't care about nothing. This is they're setting the play up, dog. They're setting the play
calling
up.
Them out, huh?
I'm calling them out today. I don't care. I'm gonna call them out on this Good Friday, on this Good Black Friday.
It is Friday.
Why y'all out spending all y'all money on Black Friday, going crazy? I ain't gonna lie. I caught me some little Black Friday deals. I caught me a little Nike sweatsuit for the 25% off. You know what I'm saying? Spent my little $100. That was all they was getting from me today. Oh, I got them Black Cat 4s. They don't count as Black Friday though. I plan on getting them shoes in January this year. So, but that was it for me. That was it. I got my little stuff, and I was like, you know what? I ain't getting nothing else today. I'm putting everything else in crypto. I'm not spending no more. You know what I'm saying? All I wanted was that, you know what I'm saying, little Nike sweatsuit. But y'all out there going crazy. Y'all niggas out here probably buying ovens and refrigerators and all types of shit.
Oh yeah.
Y'all buying 10 TVs and doing the most, and ain't got a lick of crypto. And the whole time we had this whole failure, they sitting here showing y'all they setting the play up, and y'all out buying stoves and shit. If you need a stove, cool, but you know if you ain't need no stove, your ass shouldn't be out buying no motherfucking stove. What the hell are you doing? Man, I'm telling you. So so yeah, just to get on, like, listen, this is the time to be investing in yourself and focusing on your financial future, because 2026 is I just, you know what, 2026 is not gonna be the year everybody think it is. A lot of y'all finna lose y'all job next year. Straight up. 2026, 2027, 2028, a lot of y'all finna lose y'all jobs. And you know, you need to be worried about that. You need to be worried about setting yourself up, making sure you straight when that does occur. Because they're not gonna, you know, some of y'all gonna get a heads up, some of y'all not. So make sure you set up, you know what I'm saying? So let me see. So data centers, let me go back. Where was I at? Hold on. I think that was pretty much. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. So what happens next? Yeah, because this was an accidental stress test and decentralized rails came out on top. So what happens next? Regulators plus CME. So the SEC and the CFTC are doing investigations. So questions around CME's disaster recovery. So they're pushing for geographically distributed systems, cloud redundancy, mandatory failover requirements, and less dependency on signal physical sites. So CME will likely accelerate migration to Google Cloud, reinforce old infrastructure during transition, and spend way more on thermal plus power upgrades. So this was a wake-up call. So yes, this proves that the global financial system is over centralized, over dependent on legacy data centers, hitting physical limits from AI compute, not prepared for thermal or power-based failures. That is a problem. We are not prepared for thermal or power-based failures. So meanwhile, crypto on blockchain never stopped. It handled the stress very well, showed why distributed architectures matter, and the world just got a preview of the next financial reset. Centralized rails are fragile, decentralized rails are resilient, tokenization plus blockchain equal the future backbone, and it took a cooling malfunction to expose it. Point blank, period. Like I said, if you ain't in crypto, if you ain't in block, if you're not learning about what the blockchain is, learning about these utility assets, these real world assets, and what's getting ready to go on with the global financial system, you are totally missing out on the wealth transfer. You're totally gonna miss it. You're totally gonna miss it. Y'all better get right. Y'all better get right. Shit about to get real. I'm not even finna sugarcoat shit no more. I told myself I'm gonna stop doing that. I've been kind of too nice because I empathize with the public. I totally get what's going on, but a lot of y'all gotta get right. A lot of y'all bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna just sit around, blame the government. Y'all gonna blame y'all city officials. Y'all gonna blame politicians. No, blame yourself. Take accountability. Take accountability for not being proactive. Take accountability for not learning more about finances. Take accountability for being financially illiterate. Take accountability. It's time to stop blaming everybody and pointing the finger and blaming your mama and daddy and blaming everybody. It's time to take accountability. Either y'all gonna take y'all finances serious or y'all gonna sit around blaming and pointing the finger. And next thing you know, you're gonna be in line for these 15-minute cities trying to figure out what apartment you and your family moving into, and you ain't gonna like it. And you're gonna be sitting here waiting on the government to send you a damn transfer every month to USDC for some damn UBI. That's your future. That's your future if you don't figure this shit the fuck out. That's what it is. I'm not even sugarcoating this shit no more. That is gonna be your future. You're going to be dependent on the government. America is going to become a welfare nation on purpose. They're just repurposing. They're just changing the name from welfare to universal basic income or universal high income. Whatever the fuck is going to be, they're just renaming it so y'all don't feel like y'all at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
That's what's getting ready to happen. So if you don't get right, if you're not learning about DeFi, if you're not learning about passive income, if you're not getting in your bag to figure out what the fuck do you want to do, you know what I'm saying? What's your purpose? You know what I'm saying? Get your creativity back. Get in your bag. Maybe start a business or online businesses or whatever. Start doing content. Start gaming. Start figuring out how to get some more money from somewhere else and start depending on the 9 to 5, 100% solely. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to get laid off and still be like, oh, all right, I got other money coming in. It's fine. I'll figure out another way to get this money back. A lot of y'all gonna get laid off and act like it's the end of the fucking world and y'all gonna be in mental health facilities. I'm sorry, I gotta put it out there. That's what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Y'all gonna be going through an identity crisis because you ain't gonna know who you are. Y'all gonna be going through y'all gonna be depressed, and a lot of y'all gonna be in mental health facilities, and some people ain't gonna make it. That's what's going on. That's what's gonna happen. Point blank, period. Get right. Get your shit together. Accountability. That's gonna be the word for 2025 to end the year off. The word for 2025 is accountability.
Damn. Sid said, I'm doing interviews today. Ain't nobody getting hired if you don't know what blockchain is.
Sid, what the fuck I got to do with nursing?
Damn. She said, nah. She said, y'all gonna have to know that means you're either paying attention or you're not.
Well, you're not. Yeah, that she's trying. Basically, she's testing their awareness. I see where she's going with that. She's testing their awareness to see, are you paying attention to what's going on in the world? Because how the hell you gonna come in this hospital and try and save lives, or you don't even know what the fuck going on outside? That's a fact. I see what you're doing there. Sid, that's my nigga, y'all. That's my nigga Sid. Shout out my nigga.
Shout out to Sid. So Daniel, shout out for Daniel with another super chat. He said, I have a question. Does the DTCC have a blockchain pilot? That's a good question. Because I'm pretty sure last year they did that. Last year they did a test with digital assets.
No, that was earlier this year. Was it earlier this year? They did a demo?
I think it was last year they did a successful pilot. I think it was. Let me look it up real quick. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up.
100%. So
I'm just me going in my Rolodex. You know what I mean?
let's pull it up. Yeah, let's pull it up. Let's see what's going on. They even mentioned DeFi in the TV show Power. Hey,
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot about that. Shout out to Mr. J Butterworth over here on YouTube for bringing that up because everybody was locked in on Power. But I know it went over everybody's head. Y'all were just worried about was Ghost gonna make it? Y'all were just worried about
yes. So pull this up. I just put it in the chat. Yes. So I was right.
Shout out to Daniel for bringing. I know Daniel knew the answer to that. That was rhetorical for him.
That was rhetorical. Oh, okay.
Help y'all out. Shout out my boy Daniel. But there you go. Digital asset, DTCC, others pilot tokenized treasuries for collateral. There you go.
And it was successful. And that was last September.
That was just last September?
That was last September of 2024.
Wow. So they're ready. So they've already stress test. So pretty much, yeah. If you don't get right by the end of this year, your ass is about to be boy. You know what? We're gonna go to the next.
Shout out to Divine with another super chat. It's true. 2026 got to fight back through financial knowledge. 100%. 100.
Shout out to everybody seeing the super chats over there on YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, y'all love. Yeah, that's love.
And while we're talking about the economic crisis and we're talking about CME, I'll just play this clip right here. Shout out to Paige for putting this in the Telegram. I'm gonna play this this clip real quick.
I've said this before and I'm gonna say this again. People are paying attention. Banks are sitting on a lot of bad loans and shit's about to hit the fan. Let me give you an example. Car dealers in America are sitting on $206 billion in unsold inventory. Okay? The average car loan right now is about 28 to 30% negative equity. That means, let's just say simple math, $100,000 car loan that you owe the bank is your car's worth about $70,000. Your $30,000 flip. That means you can't trade out of your car and you can't go buy a new car. The dealer can't sell you a new car. The dealer can't take your trade in and sell something. These banks are sitting on loans that are worth less than what they are. It's like 2008 when the housing crisis was happening. No one was admitting it, but the moment the first bank falls, all of a sudden everybody's going to open their kimono and say, by the way, we're sitting on bad loans too. And next thing you know, everything's going to crumble. And then there's people that are going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to keep paying for this. I'm not going to keep throwing good money after bad and paying for this car loan. Fuck it. Let this car go. And it's going to go repo. And it's going to bring down the values and stuff. It's going to hurt dealers. It's going to hurt consumers. It's going to hurt banks. Pay attention to this. Okay?
Damn. I'm glad he brought up the car thing, boy. Shit getting real. Shit is getting real. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's more people out here struggling than most people realize. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. So but we got some more articles to go over real quick. So let's talk about this. What is this? Actually, no, let's do this. The XRP price convergence to end soon. So will the Ripple ETF flows trigger a breakout? So let's talk about it real quick because I know these ETFs have gone live. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Shit, I closed it out by accident. Hold on one second.
I said no repo regrets over here. Listen, they about to move credit on chain anyway. Fuck it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
You said they about to move. Uh-oh.
Fresh start for.
Okay, so this is XRP convergence, right? So XRP is around 220. I don't know what it is at this moment. Hold up, let's see what the current price of XRP is right now. I think it was like at 219, 218. XRP price is
218.
218. Okay, so it's 218 right now. So chart watchers say that the price has been converging, moving into that tighter triangle. That kind of pattern often ends with a big move. Okay, some think a quick drop below support was a fake breakout. Price snapped back fast, which is bullish, and the bullish chart signals that a small triangle after an up move often continues higher. Right. And then price dip below a key level and then climb back up. It shows that buyers are in control. right? And those ETFs inflows, right? New spot ETFs, whether it was Grayscale, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, 21 shares joining December 1st are seeing solid inflows, right? Those inflows are fresh institutional buying pressure, which can help push the price through resistance. And some in the commodity in the community expect steady ETF buying in the first year, tightening supply, heavy on the tightening supply. And then on-chain supply hints. So Binance's XRP reserves reportedly dropped 2.7 billion tokens. And then falling exchange reserves can be bullish. Fewer coins available to sell on exchanges often means less selling pressure. And basically what to watch on the charts for my chart people, a breakout trigger, a strong daily close above the triangle top trend line is rising volume. And then the confirmation is because it held above that breakout level on the retest, right? So if it fails, a sharp move back inside the triangle or below support will weaken the breakout. But I mean, it seems like XRP's price is moving for a more and more bullish setup every single day, according to the charts. So even if you're looking at the charts, this is what the charts is saying. And those ETFs are not stopping.
No.
Supply
shock is imminent. Supply shock is imminent.
So, yeah.
Speaking of Ripple,
that
was that. Okay. So yeah, y'all keep an eye on XRP again. Listen, we got a whole month, so we'll see. We'll see if some of these price predictions happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand on it. If I'm wrong, we'll admit we wrong. But we got a month, so let's see what happens. Interesting. It just introduced y'all how fragile the centralized system is that we have. They just introduced y'all a problem. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't talk too fast for those that's been talking shit. You might regret that. So you might want to hold your horses. So again, we was just talking about XRP, so we'll just keep it on the Ripple subject real quick. So Ripple's RLUSD recognized as accepted fiat reference token for use within Abu Dhabi's ADGM. So what the announcement says from Ripple. So on November 27, 2025, the Financial Services Regulatory Authority of ADGM officially recognized RLUSD as an accepted fiat reference token. So as a result, licensed institutions under the FSRA and ADGM are now allowed to use RLUSD in regulated financial activities. So that means banks, payment firms, custodians, and other authorized persons inside ADGM can hold, transfer, or use RLUSD as long as they meet compliance obligations tied to FRT. So RLUSD is issued under a charter from a U.S. regulator, which is the New York Department of Financial Services, and it's backed 1-to-1 by U.S. dollars or high-quality liquid assets. Reserves are segregated, subject to third-party attestations, and RLUSD has full redemption rights. Since its launch in late 2024, RLUSD's market capitalization has already reached over $1.2 billion. So what this means, especially for the Middle Eastern institutions. So ADGM is one of the top regulated financial centers in the Middle East. Its approval gives RLUSD formal regulatory legitimacy in a major global finance hub, a stamp very few stablecoins have. So licensed firms and ADGM can now use RLUSD for real-world financial operations, payments, collateral for lending or margin, repo-style financing, treasury and liquidity management, cross-border settlements, or prime brokerage applications via regulated rails. The move signals that regulators in the UAE and Gulf are open to compliant stablecoins, not just cryptocurrencies. As part of institutional finance infrastructure, RLUSD may now be used in traditional finance contexts. If it positions RLUSD as a bridge between legacy finance and crypto rails, giving institutions a dollar peg regulated option for liquidity settlements and cross-border flows in a region actively building digital asset infrastructure. So yeah, this is huge. So RLUSD's regulatory acceptance, especially under a major global hub like ADGM, strengthens the case for stablecoins as institutional grade compliant hedging settlement tools. So as liquidity flows shift in response to macro pressures and potential currency resets, having a regulated USD-backed stablecoin that can be used by institutions offers a flexible, legally recognized digital alternative to traditional reserve or fiat holdings. So yeah, markets in the Middle East, y'all. The Middle East, that's a lot of money over there. I know Trump spent some time in the Middle East this year. Ripple has spent a lot of time in the Middle East for the past couple of years. So don't sleep on that. This is huge for ROUSD. Definitely big.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, so what and this just the last thing. What can happen next? So more banks, payment firms, and ADGM and Gulf region regulators began offering services leveraging ROUSD cross-border payments, corporate treasury operations, custody, remittances. So ROUSD becomes one of the top stablecoins in institutional corridors between US, Middle East, Africa, possibly used for liquidity flows, trade finance, remittances, and even regional reserve use. So this could accelerate tokenized capital market activity. So tokenized securities, on-chain collateralization, stablecoin-based lending, or repo markets native to the Middle East and beyond.
Wow. Now this is incredible. This is incredible.
Man.
This is incredible. This is incredible because this is the adoption that people was looking for. Where's the proof? For anybody that was doubting Ripple, well, look at it. Look at what they're doing. Fiat reference, accepting fiat reference token for use within Abu Dhabi. Seem like that's a real world use case right there.
Whew.
Damn. Somebody said after winter the bull run starts. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like Queen said, we got a whole month to get through.
I'm telling you. So yeah. So that was just some Ripple news for you. So let's go over this Turkmenistan passes law to regulate crypto.
Yeah, So Turkish Turkmenistan. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm pronouncing it wrong. So Turkmenistan legalizes and regulates crypto. So they passed a law that makes crypto activities legal and regulated. So the president, Sadar, signed it, and it takes effect on January 1st. So the government will start issuing licenses to crypto exchanges and mining companies. And what the law covers is activities like creating, storing, using, and trading, circulating digital assets. And it sets the legal and economic status of digital assets and how businesses can operate. So it adds definitions for blockchain, digital assets, and NFTs, mining and mining equipment, smart contracts, and VAS, which are virtual asset service providers. What it doesn't cover is the law does not apply to securities, currency, foreign exchange, electronic money, bank deposits, and gambling. They're doing this because this diversification, you need diversification in this economy beyond, these natural gas exports, and then to attract investment and speed up digitalization, right? And then create clear rules so businesses know how to operate within these, parameters and stuff like that. So what changes on the ground is exchanges and miners will need licenses to operate legally. Firms will get regulatory framework, and then clearer rules can make it easier for the banks and investors to participate. So Kyrgyzstan has also been moving fast in crypto. I think we talked about them maybe a couple weeks ago. They got advanced legislation for state crypto reserves and full digital asset rules. And they work with Binance on policy discussions. And they launched a national stablecoin with Binance, aiming to be a regional leader. So Turkmenistan is turning crypto from a gray area to a regulated industry starting day one in 2026. So I don't know who lives over there. I don't know nobody over there personally, or maybe we do. Maybe somebody in the chat is. So we'll see.
Man, so they regulated over there.
This is good. This is bullish for just the crypto scene just in general. Because when you got these little countries or these countries that you never even heard of adopting this shit, that all you need is a good you need dozens and dozens of those countries and territories to just be like, yeah, this is what we use and this is what we adopting, and this is how we're gonna move money around. So you do need that. You do need that.
Okay. So yeah, we don't expose any type of holdings. DeFi, crypto, we don't expose holdings on here. Just for safety purposes. You asking how much we make in DeFi every month is like asking how much money do I make a month? How much money is in my bank account? Like y'all need to stop asking questions like that. Like those the same way, like y'all got this is a new financial system. I get it, but y'all got to understand what rude questions are. You're not gonna go randomly ask somebody how much do you make a month. That's you know what I'm saying. Like stop pocket watching. Y'all niggas be pocket watching. Just know we in DeFi and we're trying to put the people onto DeFi. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that. So that's all y'all need to know. I'm never gonna come up here. I've never that's not me. Some people expose their bags and that's them. I'm a female. It don't even matter. Safety first. Like yeah, like
it
y'all,
don't. It's just
no one's
yo, like,
exposing
man,
their bag. I've never
ain't nobody's business.
yeah,
Ain't
even
nobody's
before we
business.
found out about DeFi, I never exposed my crypto bags. I never came on here and told y'all how much crypto we have or how much I'm holding here and how much I'm holding there. Never ever did that. So yeah, never will expose any of that. Y'all, that's people who do that, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I would never ever come on the internet and tell people how much money I got. Are you trying to get robbed?
Yeah.
Because some people so poor, they don't care if you make $1,500 a month. They taking it, gang. Like it don't matter. You got to be careful out here. So yeah, just to clear that up, all in the comments sounding goofy. Y'all gotta come on now. Ask yourself that before you like.
Wow. It's probably a bot. Probably a bot, fam. If they keep continuing to say the same thing, it's probably just a bot.
Yeah, talking about probably not yet. Yeah, definitely clown activities. But we literally teaching people step by step how to do it. Just know that we're not gatekeeping, and we were one of the first channels. Shout out to Aquaman, Cypress, DeFi King, and us. Well, I feel like we was the first channels to come on here and actually preach this shit, push this shit, and not gatekeep the information that you could be earning yield on your assets. So just take it's like damn, you give niggas an inch, they take a mile. Like damn, just be happy we're not gatekeeping. Jesus Christ. But anyway,
no, that's Joker said that's fine. No need for the extra talk though.
I can do what I want. I'm a grown ass woman, so if I want to expand or expound on what the fuck I just said, then that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, next article. I just wanted to clear it up because you're the one who put it in there. How many times he posted, KB? Asked the question about 2 times, and he posted about twice at least. Wanted to make sure we saw it, so I answered your question. You can't tell me how I should answer it or what I should say or how much I should expound on. Fuck out of here. Anyway, let me get to the next article because I know your time is limited. Let's talk about this altcoin rally update real quick. Altcoin rally update. So Wells loaded up on ENA, Link, and Aave.
Yeah, so altcoin rally, a little rally. So ENA, so Well moved about $13 million of USDC off exchanges and has bought about 17.76 million ENA for about $5 million. ENA's at 28 cents right now. And then Aave, which is the biggest DeFi protocol in the game right now. Aave, a wallet bought about 40,000 Aave, which was about $7 million in 5 days. They now hold about 292,000. Speaking of pocket watching, you know, these are some wallets you could actually watch. You know what I'm saying? This is the movement of money, right? Over 3 years. And then Link, Chainlink Reserve added 89,000 Link. $1.2 million in 24 hours. Now he's sitting at 973,000 Link. They say the buys come from off-chain revenue and on-chain fees to support the network long-term. This matters because whale accumulation can signal confidence and reduce availability supply on exchanges. It's definitely going to reduce that supply, and which could support the price. And then that Chainlink Reserve buying is programmable and strategic, not just speculation. It helps stabilize Link's ecosystem. So Link, Aave, ENA, those will start to move crazy. And what you always say about Link, fam?
5 a week. Y'all better do your homework on Chainlink. That's the oracle. We're talking about data here. Y'all better do your homework on Chainlink. Chainlink got their hand in everything. Okay.
Seem like these cats bought these cats bought about 90,000 Link in 24 hours.
God damn, they made my bag look like it won't shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm happy with what I got. God has blessed me. I'm not. You hear 90,000
in 24 hours, not 90,000.
Yeah, in a couple of years, 90,000 in 24 hours. God,
yeah.
I'm not working hard enough. I gotta work harder. I'm not working harder.
Yeah, just a little bit. Damn. Shout out to whoever accumulated that bag though. So
yeah, Chainlink. Do your homework on Chainlink. That's not financial advice, but do your homework on Chainlink. Do a little deep dive on Chainlink if you when you got time, and you'll see why I be saying 5 a week or whatever you can afford. I don't care if it's 1 a week. It's what is it, $13, $14? Care if you get 1 a week, 2 a week, 5 a week, 10 a week, 20 a week. Get you some link, gang. Do your homework though, not financial advice. But y'all already know data's the new gold. Do your homework on data.
Data is definitely the new gold.
Everything these companies do is based on data now. Any decisions that they're making, executive decisions, are based on data. That is important. So make sure you do your homework on that. Was that everything on that one, D?
Yeah, that was everything on that. What's good, Mike? Peace. I see you.
Yeah, appreciate you, Mike. Happy Thanksgiving, Mike. Okay. So I wanted to go over, it was a Visa article, and then Visa. Here we go. Wanted to talk about Visa because Visa partners with Aqua now to expand stablecoin settlements across CEMEA region. So the Visa teams they teamed up with crypto fintech Aqua now to bring stablecoin settlement capabilities to Central and Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions. So let's talk about that real quick. So Visa and Aqua now are now enabling stablecoin settlements for banks and payment institutions across CEMEA. So meaning cross-border transfers, remittances, and institutional payments can use stablecoins instead of traditional banking wires. So the system promises 24/7 settlement, removing the delays, cutoffs, and inefficiencies typical of correspondent bank or traditional payment rails. So Visa stablecoin settlement initiative has reportedly reached a monthly run rate of $2.5 billion. So why this is big, especially for crypto and us macro investors. So it marks a major legacy payments player, Visa embracing blockchain native rails for real world finance. So signaling that stablecoins are crossing from crypto fringe to financial infrastructure. So for regions like the Middle East, Africa, and emerging market corridors, this could mean faster, cheaper, and more reliable cross-border flows. That makes stablecoins not just crypto speculation, a valuable tool for capital movement, remittances, trade, finance, liquidity flows. So this kind of integration supports the narrative that we often talk about, is that digital assets and stablecoins can bridge between traditional finance, global liquidity flows, and newer monetary systems, especially relevant of currency resets, global reserve shifts, and macro realignment. So stablecoins like USDC being used for institutional settlement may lead to massive adoption at the rails level. So banks, payment processors, remittance networks, not just crypto native users. So as adoption scales, stablecoins transform from niche to systemic infrastructure, which means regulatory scrutiny, reserve, banking transparency, and compliance become critically important as well. So stablecoins may begin to function more like digital equivalents of cash or liquidity reserves, offering a bridge between fiat stability and crypto rails. So yeah, Visa making sure they stay relevant, boy. So
I mean, they have to, you know,
yeah,
they got to, like they
getting
gotta
ready,
move,
y'all.
they got to get ready for blockchain, just like all these other companies got to get ready for blockchain. They're not gonna be around. So shout out to Visa partnering up with who they need to partner up with, whether it be Aqua now, whether it be Ripple, whether it be whoever.
Exactly. So it's them exposing CME this morning and that infrastructure collapse. And Visa, they sitting here telling y'all to play. We're going to expose the centralized system and how fragile it is, and then we're going to expose how bad it is, and then we're going to show y'all how blockchain was resilient through all of this, and we're going to move all of this stuff over here on the blockchain because it's more reliable. That's the narrative that they're playing out here. That's the narrative.
Oh yeah.
So, and then just one more thing, we have a AVAX article that I also wanted to share. AVAX is one of the ones that I wish I would have been pushing more, but while we're in this little dip, it might be smart to do your homework on Avalanche. Do your homework on Avalanche. Let me pull up that article.
Oh yeah, Stronghold is definitely moving. I think it's up like over 50% past week.
I needed to pass what the hell it went to this year. I don't care until it passed 2 cents. I needed to go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cents. Then other than that, I'm like, okay, go. You're just going back to where you were. I need to see new numbers. I'm sick of that's all they're doing. They're dipping the market down, and then it starts going back up, and it just goes back to where it was. I'm not impressed. Y'all keep, you know what I'm saying? But I know it's new people coming into the market, so they catching that low price, and to them it's new money. But for us that's been here, it's like, bro, I've seen a $2.50 XRP. I don't care.
And they had to do that for the institutions. They had to do that for the institutional money.
Yeah, like we saw these prices are, but we've been here a long time. So for new people, congratulations. For us that's been here a long time, we need to see something else. Like, show me new numbers, please. Jesus Christ, I need to see a significant increase before I be like, yes, we're pumping. Like, but SHX. But if you got an SHX and you got it at the dip and that was your first time getting in, then yeah, I know you happy to see some profits right now. So let me not be a Debbie Downer to the people that just got in. So congratulations. Welcome. But now y'all getting ready to see what I'm talking about soon. They dip it and then they just put it back to where it was. It's fucking annoying. But yeah, Avalanche. So Avalanche ETF rates heats up as Bitwise becomes first to add staking. So the ETF will trade under the ticker BAVA, BAVA. So the fund charges a sponsor fee of just 0.34%, making it one of the cheapest Avalanche-based ETF vehicles out there. So critically, and what makes this stand out is BAVA is being positioned as the first U.S. ETF to include staking. Up to 70% of its AVAX holdings can be staked on Avalanche's proof of stake network. Wow. Wow. I might have to look into that. Jesus.
AVAX. Bullshit shit.
I don't like ETFs. I don't like ETFs. So yes, AVAX, AVAX is the ticker. So the filing indicates that Bitwise expects to pass through most of the staking rewards to shareholders, unlike typical ETFs that only deliver passive price exposure. To sweeten the deal for the first month, BAVA offers a full fee waiver on the first $500 million in assets, a clear move to attract early inflows. So this matters because of the yield generating ETF. So this isn't just about holding AVAX. With staking built in, BAVA offers crypto price exposure plus yield, a hybrid that could attract traditional investors, not just crypto heads like us. So cost-efficient exposure. So at 0.34%, it undercuts many competing funds, making cheap, passive plus yield-bearing crypto exposure a compelling option for capital allocators. And then mainstream bridge for POS coins. So embedding staking into a regulated ETF structure gives POS tokens like Avalanche a path to enter traditional finance channels, bridging old finance and blockchain native yield. So this is huge. The yield side of this is huge. So yes, so that's gonna be increased flows into Avalanche. So BAVA could drive institutional demand for AVAX for staking plus exposure. So that's more altcoin based ETFs with staking. If this works, expect other proof of stake networks and tokens to follow. Staking plus ETFs may become the standard. So that's more crypto as yield asset plus diversification in institutional portfolios, not just speculation on token price, but yield generation, cash flow thinking, and long-term exposure. So yields from staking ETFs could compete with traditional yield instruments like bonds, money market, stablecoin yield, especially in global capital flow scenarios or liquidity crunches. So yeah, AVAX.
Damn.
Tell you, y'all gonna hear a lot of DeFi next year, gang. This just the beginning. So you're gonna have yield staking ETFs. You're gonna hear a lot. That's why I'm telling y'all, get on board with DeFi. Get on board. It does not hurt to educate yourself. I get it. You don't want to, really put in heavy money until they regulate it. That's fair. But what you don't have to wait for regulations for is the education aspect of this. You can go ahead and be educating yourself and getting familiar with DeFi. So again, we're doing a live DeFi call on Sunday. That live call is gonna be at 6 p.m. Eastern. The link for that is in the bio for those that want to join. A lot of y'all asked for it. That's why we're running it back. Because we already did an intro to DeFi class. We're literally running it back because some of y'all had asked for it. So for those that plan to tap in, the class will be on Sunday at 6 p.m. So make sure y'all tap in. and get right. For those that want to join the Patreon, the link for that is also in the link tree. So make sure you tap into the Patreon as well.
Damn. So you basically saying that as long as you educate yourself right now, as long as you put yourself on board right now with this centralized finance wave, you pretty much beating all these other people and all these other businesses, because not only is the institutions going to be in DeFi, but you're going to have a whole lot of different businesses and business models going towards decentralized finance as well, just for help. Just for help on the financial. You're going to see colleges, you're going to see universities getting into DeFi.
Yeah, college basketball is already doing it. When Cecil sent the article about 2 weeks ago, college basketball, that's why they're changing. What is it, the Big Ten? But they're changing how they're doing. So I got to put an article up. Maybe on the next live we'll talk about it. But yes, college basketball, everybody's going into yield to be able to earn yield on whatever they're doing. Everybody's trying to earn that extra income. So why on earth would regular 9-to-5ers not be trying to do the same thing? If people with money is trying to earn yield on millions of dollars, why would you not be trying to earn yield on your thousands that you have, hundreds of thousands? Like, come on, y'all. Come on now. It's 2025. Y'all, listen, y'all got to operate a little different. Y'all got to operate a little. We need to be doing it like that. This is what we got to put into our minds. We got to do the opposite. If you came, and I'm only talking to people who came from a poor family. You come from a rich family, then you just need to expound on whatever was given to you. But for us folks that come from a poor family, you need to be doing the complete opposite of whatever them niggas did. You need to do the opposite. That's how I'm looking at it. I come from a poor family. Listen, my mom grew up with no bathroom. So that's how poor my family is down there in the country. Okay? I'm doing the complete opposite of all. The only thing that they did that was smart was buy land. We got plenty of land down south. Plenty of land, ain't doing nothing with it, ain't making no money off of it, but we got the land. That was about the smartest thing my family did that I'll give them credit for. Other than that, though, no generational wealth was created. You know what I'm saying? If niggas was too scared to start a business, niggas was too scared to invest and all that. So I'm doing the complete opposite. Y'all was scared to invest. I'm not. I'm gonna invest. Y'all didn't. I'm seeing every mistake that they made. And then I'm also getting financially literate because I'm coming from a financially illiterate family. So you have to do the opposite. You got to rewire your brain, rewire your thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly they did some stuff wrong. They did some stuff right, and they also did some stuff wrong. And it's okay to talk about it. And it's okay to correct it. But somebody got to break the generational curse. So please be that person in your family to break the generational curse of being poor. Because there's no way, there's no way your kids need to be turning 18 and it's like looking around like, oh, it's a whole world out there. What am I going to do? That's what happened to all of us. It was like we turned 18 and it was like my options for me personally was to either go to college or get a job. I went to college. I took the debt route. If I had knew what I knew then, I would have took my time. I would have just got a little part-time job and took my time until I figured out what I wanted to do till I found myself. But instead, I got all the student loan debt for nothing, really. The only thing I really got out of it was marketing and taking some business courses. I will say that.
The college experience. The college experience.
Yeah, I got in debt over the college experience that I really got in high school because I shouldn't even have went to an HBCU. That's a whole other conversation. But I'm just saying, we got to do the opposite. We got to do the opposites of our what our family did, y'all. So let's make better decisions. Let's make better decisions. Let's go ahead and be the ones that step up and do what needs to get done. So that we could change the trajectory for our bloodline. But that's all we have for right now. We'll be back on, y'all know, at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back on later.
Yes.
With some more updates because it's a couple more articles and stuff to go over. So we'll go over them later. Other than that, y'all make sure y'all tap into that class, tap into the Patreon. We're still doing that gaming / metaverse class as well in December. I think the 13th and the 14th.
The 13th and the 14th. Yep.
13th and 14th. So we're still doing that metaverse class. So yeah, just tap in. The link for everything is in the bio. Other than that, we'll see y'all at 6.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Peace. Appreciate y'all. See y'all later.